Hey, love bugs, it's me, Keisha, and I am here with why are my glasses like this? And I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 14 review. So we pick up where we left off on last week's episode with Giselle being messy and crowning Nneka the Grand Dame of Potomac. Karen took it like a champ. She congratulated Nneka and said that, she always needs help, around the community. So, Karen also says to Giselle, like, you don't even live in Potomac. You live in Bethesda. And here go Giselle Thomas, but I own my home. I own my home. Like, they love to clown Karen about not owning her home. Like, owning a home is great, but owning a home ain't for everybody. And don't nobody want to own your home. You literally have a shed attached to a ranch style house. Don't nobody want that mess but you. Okay? That looked like some mess Bob the Builder put together. Okay? Girl, get out of here. And I would have told her that. So the girls go night golfing and Karen checks on Candace because she peeped that, when Giselle was doing the whole crowning, that Candace had walked off. And Candace was like, I just didn't want to be around. It was stupid. It was childish and it was petty, and Karen was like, well, I'm all right. I took it on the chin. It's not even a big deal. So they go to dinner and Giselle talks about geometry, her daughter going off to college and how she took Karen's advice on the day of graduation and not make it about her, how she reined her tears in and everything. And then she gets to talking about how geography is going to school in Florida and everything. And while she's talking, Candace and Wendy just staring at each other, just looking at each other like, this chick here. Like, oh my God. Like, they weren't being disrespectful, but they were just looking at each other like, when is she going to be done talking? Because we ain't trying to hear nothing that this heifer got to say. You know what I'm saying? And so Wendy finally jumps into the conversation and was like, with how Florida is, I wouldn't personally send my black boys there, and, Giselle was like, well, she's going to be fine. And this, that, and the third. She wants to go to a HBCU and all of that type of stuff. So Giselle, being Giselle, she couldn't go to dinner without starting something. So she decides to call Karen out for saying Mia slept with a rapper. And I'm mad that Karen even fell for the booby trap because it's like, this is Giselle one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? She has to get the heat off of her or this tension from off of her instead of just saying, well, why y'all making faces? What's the deal? She ain't want to do that though because she ain't want that smoke from Candace and Wendy. So instead, she decided to divert the tension to Karen and Mia. Now, mind you, this whole season so far, Giselle and Karen been good. Like, they ain't went back and forth. They've actually been cool with each other. But Giselle is starting to pick at Karen and start the mess all over again. So Karen says to Mia, because Giselle was like, if I was the one that said that about Mia, basically everybody would have been upset, this, that, and the third. So Karen says to Mia, I'm human too, and I bleed. And Mia was like, I know, which is why I haven't told the true story. And Karen was like, you don't know my true story. And Mia was like, you want to try? And Karen said, don't threaten me. And Mia was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it to myself. And I'm like, y'all keep on every season trying to come at Karen about Karen having an extramarital affair, having a man on the side. Y'all been with this mess for how many seasons? Ain't nobody came forward. Ain't nothing ever came out. And at this point, we wouldn't even care if she was stepping out on Ray. Don't nobody want to sit on Ray's raisinette peen. Don't nobody want that. Karen is still very youthful. She got a nice body. Let Karen go and ride a pony. Shit. Stop being haters. Like, y'all get on my nerves. Giselle, we all know you over there pretending to be in that relationship with Jason. Y'all ain't bit more together. Girl, get out of here. But I'm sick of them in that. I'm really honestly is. Because it's a difference with the rumors with Karen and Mr. Blue Eyes or whatever, and say for instance a Marceau from Married to Medicine. I mean, from Love and Marriage Huntsville or whatever, because there actually has been evidence and stuff that has appeared. There has been nothing ever on Karen except for these high yellow heifers that want to continue to bring up stuff on Karen. Just because you over here manless, you over here robbing in a loveless marriage, okay? Ashley, you over here married to the crypt keeper, and Mia, you trying to hold on to every last dollar that you can scrimp and save until you can get on to the next husband. Girl, get out of here. So, the next day, they're by the pool or whatever, and Mia asks Giselle, what did I do to Karen? Like, why is Karen coming for me or whatever? And I'm like, Mia, don't try to act like you don't understand why Karen got an issue with you. You was the one that came to her about her allegedly sleeping with somebody else, and you heard these rumors that she had sex in the bathroom and all of this type of stuff. And Giselle says, when we were in Miami talking about last season, she said when y'all had y'all big argument, she didn't like that. She felt like you shouldn't come for her because she brought you into this group. That is not what it is or what it was, Giselle. And Mia wants to have an issue with Karen. So of course she's going to go along with it. No, let's not act like you didn't act like a donkey in Miami and attacked Wendy physically, and the Green-Eyed Bandits further tried to push her out of the group, didn't want to be around her. And Karen, being a kind-hearted person, went and had lunch with the girl. And you decided to get in your feelings and say that she was picking a side by going and having lunch with Wendy and not just leaving her out there by herself. You were being childish AF. And you came at her on some little kid stuff and was being disrespectful. So yeah, that's why she got an issue with you, because you came for her marriage and then you come for her loyalty and friendship at the same time. Like, girl, ain't nobody got time to be playing with you, Mia. Play with your big feet, okay? Don't play with Karen. So she then go inside because everybody eating breakfast, and she get out on her knees talking about she bow down to Karen and this, that, and the third, just looking stupid, just looking big and stupid for no reason. So, Giselle says that she ain't talking to Candace and Wendy because they were making faces. I'm like, you ain't been talking to them. Like, am I missing something? Like, no, that's what? So the ladies play a game and they talk about schmecks, and Wendy was talking about her and Eddie's schmeck's life. And Ashley said, you don't have schmecks on your period. And she said it in a way like, oh, you don't? And I'm like, you nasty Corona drinking heifer, you. Like, you're disgusting. That's some mess that you do when you're a little young tenderoni. You know what I'm saying? Who out here just through blood? Like, what? That's messy, first of all. And it's like, yeah. Yeah, I see why she messed with white men, because that's the type of stuff they child. And I'm surprised didn't nobody catch that and was like, Ashley, what? Girl, So Dean would not approve, okay? First of all, that's nasty. It's disgusting. Who's cleaning that up? Okay? Blood clots. Girl, nope. Wait till Dean find out. So Candace was like, to Robin, she asked the question, what is a fetish your partner has asked you to do? And I was like, what, pretend to be a woman? That was the first thing that came to my mind. And if y'all was paying attention, Candace and Robin were actually talking to each other, laughing and kikiing with each other. And Wendy was laughing and kikiing with Roberto and all of that stuff. And I'm like, y'all this group is just all over the place. One minute y'all mad at each other, the next minute y'all not speaking, and then y'all laughing. You can't even keep up with the foolishness. So Roberta gonna say, well, he said that he would like to watch me, do that with somebody else. And they were like, a woman? She was like, no, he said anybody. I know it would be anybody. You and Michael, probably. You and Michael, two men, okay? Because at this point, you can't tell me Juan don't like the men's, okay? He like the men's. He going where the money resides, all right? Okay? Y'all weird over there. Y'all are really weird. So Mia admits to sleeping with a rapper. Now, remember, she said at first she didn't sleep with him. But now she admitted that she slept with him. And she said that that G knew, but she had to get permission because this was when they were just dating or whatever. Okay, girl. So, did y'all peep how when Robin asked Candace a question, she said, this one is for Candias. Now, y'all know I am the only person to call that girl Candias. I started it, and I have been the only person to call her that. So that let me know that Roberto watches my reviews. If y'all didn't hear it, I actually recorded it because I was like, no, this is
for Candias. How many times? Definitely save Eddie and give him his freedom. All right, this is for Candias. How many times?
I was like, look at her, Roberto. Don't be trying to steal my swag, okay? Steal you another man, okay? Steal you some feminine shoulders, but don't steal my quotes and my way of saying Candias' name the way it's actually spelled, because that is not spelled Candace. The way she spelled her name, that is not spelled Candace. That spells Candias, okay? Your mama messed up with the way she spelled your name. But anywho, so at lunch, Mia says that she had an inheritance that was way more than what G had when she met him. And everybody was like, well, you said that, he was balling. He was a sugar daddy spending 10 racks on you. And she was like, 10 racks ain't nothing or whatever. I mean, honestly, in the bigger scheme of things, like 10 racks really ain't nothing. But it's like, huh? Where you getting the inheritance from? When you living with Jacqueline's people? Like, Mia is just all over the place. She's saying that she tell the truth, but you just never know with that chick. Like, she live on the planet Pluto. So Ashley says, the reason why it's taking her so long to divorce Michael is because, of some financial things. She says that Michael don't give her no money, but there is some security if her businesses don't work out. What businesses? Outside of you being on this show and you doing that horrible workout line with Giselle that ain't nobody gonna buy. But okay, girl. And I'm like, what you mean he don't give you no money? He give you alimony every month. He does give you money. What, like, even Karen was looking at her like, what are you talking about? Like, Ashley, are you living in an alternate universe? What are you talking about, girl? Shut up. So Ashley then said that she want to get back into singing. They was like, okay, well, girl, get up and sing. She got up and sang, child, and she honestly had more voice control than Candias ever has. I was like, come on, Ashley. Ashley actually got a little voice. It's more on the Bob Hope side of things, but she do got a little voice. So Giselle tells Ashley that, she a bad bee, handling her divorce and raising her kids. And Candace even gives her, encouraging words and kudos. I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere here. So, at the beach, you see Giselle, Roberto, Big Feet, and Forehead all sitting down kikiing. And Roberto says to Mia, did you see how Candace and Wendy was scrunching up their face when Giselle was talking about her daughter? And she was like, no, I didn't see that. Giselle was like, oh, you caught that? She was like, yeah, I caught that. She was like, that was so disrespectful and disgusting. She was talking about her daughter. Like, oh my gosh. And so Giselle was like, yeah, I saw it. It was real effed up. I was talking about my daughter and you gonna scrunch up your face? Get the F out of here. So I'm guessing Wendy must have heard something in the air, honey. So she got up and went over there and was like, what y'all talking about? Something you want to say to me? Oh, okay. And so I'm like, once again, you peeped it that night. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing, Giselle? Because you a punk and you don't want that type of smoke coming from Candace and Wendy because you know they'll eat you alive, okay? So you use Roberto as your mouthpiece as always. Girl, get out of here. Please get out of here. And like I said, yeah, they was looking at each other back and forth, but they didn't say nothing disrespectful to you. And don't nobody care about nothing that you got to say about nothing because you are a hypocrite. A hypocrite. So they didn't really care to hear nothing that you had to say, ma'am. So, no, I don't blame them. I would have been making faces too. Don't nobody like you. Ugh. And I have to say, Kierna, the new girl that they brought in basically when the season is ending, I like her. I like her energy. She had stuff to say at the right moments. She's funny. She's effervescent. I like her. I like her more than I like NECA. Like, why didn't we get more of her than NECA this season? Like, boo, gross. Ugh. Overall, I'm going to give tonight's episode of Potomac. I'm going to give this week's episode between like a B- C+. That's where I'm ranking it right now. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was one of the better ones this season, but y'all know this season been whack for the most part. But y'all let me know down below in the comment section what y'all thought about this week's episode. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.